The Little Hedgehog's Longest Bean. The little hedgehog was a diligent and capable creature. In his yard, he planted several bean seedlings. Day by day, these bean plants grew tall and healthy. His fence was adorned with rows of long, green beans that swayed in the wind. Throughout the summer, the little hedgehog had an abundance of beans to enjoy. Not only did he relish them himself, but he also picked many beans to share with his friends. They all exclaimed, "The beans from the little hedgehog's yard are the most delicious." Autumn arrived, and the little hedgehog's yard had only one bean left, a bean that was the longest of them all. Throughout the spring, the hedgehog had lavished the bean seedling with plenty of nutrients. And during the summer, he had watched it grow ceaselessly. He even measured it regularly with a ruler. As autumn drew to a close and winter loomed, the weather grew colder. The hedgehog noticed that this bean had stopped growing. It had already become the longest bean, stretching from the high fence down to the ground. The little hedgehog was preparing for hibernation, and he was tempted to eat this longest bean before his long slumber. However, upon further reflection, he realized that one of his dear friends cherished beans. Even more his friend, the mole, who lived in a burrow. The little hedgehog could go without eating during his winter hibernation, sleeping soundly throughout the season. However, the mole needed to eat during the winter while staying in his burrow. The hedgehog thought, "Why not save this bean for my good friend?" He plucked the longest bean and took it to the mole's burrow. Quietly, he pushed it into the mole's den. The hedgehog's bean was very long, and the mole's burrow was quite deep, allowing the bean to reach from the burrow's entrance all the way to its depths. Inside the burrow, the mole encountered something hard. With the burrow being dark, he couldn't see what it was. The mole gently bit into it and exclaimed, "Ah, it's a bean! What a delicious bean! It must be from my dear friend, the little hedgehog." Throughout the winter, the mole savored a small portion of the bean each day. Bite by bite, as he reached the burrow's entrance, the winter passed, and spring arrived. The mole ventured outside, where he was greeted by the warmth of the spring sun. He joyfully sang, from the length of the winter to the arrival of spring. Just like the little hedgehog's longest bean, it's a beautiful thing. Brushing the dirt from his fur, the mole headed toward the hedgehog's home, determined to thank him for the longest bean. Moral of the story: sharing and kindness make friendships even stronger, and it's the thought that counts.